In Montpelier, a surprise this morning when the Secretary of State announced he had to postpone certifying final results from last week's primary election.
That's right. He blames technical glitches with the software used to generate those final tallies.
NBC5's Kristen Ray has more on the issue and what's next. Kristen?
The Secretary of State's office has used this software system without any issues since 2018, but last week's primary election was the first statewide election since redistricting, and this has affected the boundaries of State House and State Senate districts, and it also caused the delay experienced today.
The issue is a technology issue preventing us from producing the reports.
Secretary of State Jim Kondos at a news conference trying to explain how redistricting impacted state election software.
Chittenden County had one district of six senators. It now has 3 districts of 3, 3, and 1. They also picked up one. In order to do that, to set that up, they had to split Burlington, Colchester, and Essex. And split the towns up into different districts. That's created a bit of a problem.
Redistricting, also called reapportionment, is required every 10 years based on new U.S. Census data. Kondos hoped to certify last week's election results by now, but coding errors forced a delay. He said it's not the fault of the legislature.
These issues represent a failure of our software contractor to provide an appropriate administrative tool to synthesize the official return of the votes into accurate reports based on Vermont's current electoral districts. Blaming the legislature or the district map itself for this failure is just plain absurd.
Paul Dame, chair of the Vermont Republican Party, said it's not reassuring to have these delays in the election count, something he said is a first in the modern era. Meantime, H. Brooke Page, the Republican candidate for Secretary of State, criticized the decision to use a Florida-based software company.
I think we shouldn't be having out-of-state vendors do the printing of the ballots and the mailing of the ballots. I think, we've let this all drift too far away from Montpelier.
Kondos says delaying the certification is the right call to ensure integrity and confidence of the final results. The Democratic Party spokesman agrees.
We don't really have any concerns. Secretary of State Kondos and his team have a long track record of delivering fair and accurate elections for Vermonters. And we trust his team and Secretary Kondos implicitly to continue to conduct our elections fairly.
Secretary Kondos expects final primary election certification to come within the next week. The delay will not affect any recounts, nor will it affect what is printed on the ballots during the general election in November. I'm live in Montpelier. Kristen Ray, NBC5 News.